Are you terrified to face your deepest fears, where the ordinary becomes terrifying? Tonight, we delve into the haunting tales of three souls forever scarred by their encounters with the unexplained. We'll journey into the echoing silence of empty hallways, the chilling isolation of a steel box suspended by cables, and the heart-stopping realization that we are not alone. Brace yourself for a ride you won't forget. Our story begins with Sarah, a young woman burning the midnight oil in a sprawling office complex overlooking the city. The once bustling workplace, now eerily deserted, is transformed into a labyrinth of shadows and echoing silence as fluorescent lights reflect off vacant desks. Each distant hum from a dormant copier, each creak of the aging building seems amplified in the stillness, playing tricks on Sarah's already frayed nerves. As Sarah finally gathers her things, eager to escape the oppressive atmosphere, she feels a cold shiver crawl down her spine. The air grows heavy, charged with an unseen energy. Her once familiar surroundings now seem sinister, the darkness in every corner taking on a life of its own. She glances at her watch. 11:58 p.m. Just 2 more minutes until the stroke of midnight. Hurriedly, she makes her way down the desolate hallway, her footsteps the only sound breaking the heavy silence. Each step brings her closer to the elevator, her only means of escape from this unsettling place. As she reaches the end of the hallway, she can't shake the feeling of being watched, an unseen presence lurking just beyond her field of vision. With a deep breath, Sarah steps into the elevator. The doors slide shut behind her, sealing her fate within its cold, metallic confines. For a brief moment, there's a sense of relief as the elevator begins its slow ascent. But that relief is short-lived, replaced by a creeping dread that tightens its grip on her heart with each passing floor. Suddenly, the elevator jolts to a halt. The lights flicker ominously, plunging Sarah into darkness. Panic surges through her as she frantically presses the button for her floor, but the elevator remains unresponsive. She's trapped. The elevator jerks back to life, but instead of continuing its upward journey, it begins a slow, grinding descent. Sarah watches in horror as the floor indicator flickers erratically, finally settling on a number she's never seen before, 13A. A chill runs down her spine. This building doesn't have a 13th floor, let alone a 13A. The elevator doors slide open, revealing a dimly lit hallway shrouded in an unnatural fog. The air is thick with the scent of decay and the lingering feeling of unease. Sarah hesitates, her instincts screaming at her to stay put, but curiosity and the desperate hope of finding a way out overpower her fear. Stepping out of the elevator, Sarah finds herself in a hallway that mirrors the one on her floor, but with a subtle, unsettling difference. The walls seem to close in on her, the air heavy with an oppressive silence broken only by the sound of her own ragged breathing. As Sarah cautiously makes her way down the hallway, she hears a soft whisper coming from the shadows. It's a low, mournful sound that sends shivers down her spine. She stops, holding her breath, straining to hear over the pounding of her heart. There it is again. A whisper, closer this time. Hello? Is someone there? Sarah calls out, her voice trembling. Only silence greets her question. But as she turns to leave, she catches a glimpse of movement out of the corner of her eye. A fleeting shadow gone as quickly as it appeared. Chapter 3. The Malevolent Spirit. Paralyzed with fear, Sarah watches as a figure slowly emerges from the fog. It's a man, his clothes tattered and torn, his face obscured by darkness. He stares at Sarah, his eyes glowing with an eerie light. Terror grips Sarah's heart as the man takes a step towards her, then another. His movements are slow, deliberate, filled with an air of malice. Sarah stumbles back, her eyes wide with terror. She turns to run, but the elevator is gone, the hallway behind her seemingly stretching into infinity. She's trapped, alone, with this malevolent entity. The figure speaks, his voice a low growl that seems to resonate deep within Sarah's bones. He tells her she shouldn't be here, that she's trespassed on a place forbidden to the living. As the figure lunges toward her, Sarah screams, a primal cry of fear that echoes through the empty hallway. She closes her eyes, bracing for the inevitable. But the attack never comes. Opening her eyes, Sarah finds herself back in the elevator. The doors are closing, the familiar hum of the motor a symphony of relief to her ears. She collapses against the wall, her chest heaving, her mind reeling from the horrifying encounter. As the elevator reaches her floor, the doors slide open, revealing the brightly lit hallway. Sarah stumbles out, desperate to escape the confines of the elevator, the memory of the phantom floor burned into her mind. But as she glances back, she notices something that sends a fresh wave of terror through her. The elevator display, which should show her current floor, flickers once again, displaying that impossible number, 13A. The doors slide shut, leaving Sarah questioning her sanity, forever haunted by the chilling encounter on the phantom floor. Sarah's terrifying experience serves as a chilling reminder that the line between our world and the next can be thin, blurred by the mundane. We place our trust in the ordinary, in the everyday structures we believe to be safe and predictable. But what happens when these structures become conduits to the unknown, when the seemingly safe becomes a portal to terror? These stories remind us that sometimes the most ordinary places can hide the darkest secrets. If you enjoyed this terrifying journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling tales. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the unknown.